Today, this video is about fixing the wrong NVIDIA Shader Cache settings that can kill FPS and cause stutters. And no, we're not just randomly deleting files and pretending your GPU became brand new. Yeah, no. We're going to clear the shader cache properly, disable a Windows graphics issue, optimize NVIDIA App Settings, and tune your GPU for extra performance. Let's get started. Before we start changing anything, look at this benchmark. After applying the NVIDIA Shader Cache cleanup and settings I'm going to show in this video, average FPS went from 112 to 224. 1% lows improved from 71 to 146, and render latency dropped from 12.8 milliseconds to 6.3 milliseconds. So this is not just about higher FPS, it's about cleaner frame pacing, fewer shader cache stutters, and smoother gameplay overall. Now let's start with the first step. So guys, first we're going to clear NVIDIA Shader Cache properly, because old or corrupted shader files can cause stutters after driver updates or game updates. Press Windows plus R. Type %local app data %, then press Enter. Now open the NVIDIA folder. Inside this folder, look for DX Cache. Open DX Cache and delete the files inside it. This folder stores DirectX shader cache files created by NVIDIA drivers and games. When these files get old, corrupted, or mismatched after updates, games can stutter because the driver is trying to reuse bad compiled shader data. Some files may not delete because Windows or the driver is using them right now. That's fine. Just skip the files that are in use and delete the rest. Now go back and open GL Cache. Delete the files inside this folder as well. GL Cache is mainly used for open GL-related shader cache data. Even though most modern games use DirectX or Vulkan, this cache can still collect old driver-side shader data over time, so cleaning it helps keep things fresh. Again, skip anything that Windows says is currently in use. Now go one step back to the main local app data folder. This time, find the D3DS cache folder. Open it and delete the files inside it, or delete the folder itself. D3DS cache is Windows Direct 3D Shader Cache. This cache helps games load shaders faster later, but after driver changes, game updates, or settings changes, old cache can sometimes create stutters instead of helping. After deleting these folders, don't panic when a game stutters a little bit on the first launch. That's normal because the game and driver are rebuilding fresh shaders. After 1 or 2 runs, the gameplay should feel cleaner and more stable. Now guys, we're going to disable MPO from Registry Editor because MPO can cause black screens, flickering, stutters, and weird frame pacing issues on some NVIDIA systems. Open Windows Search, type Registry Editor, right-click it and run it as administrator. Now copy this registry path from the description, paste it into the address bar, and press Enter. Now look for a value named Overlay Test Mode. If you already see it, double-click it. Set the value to 5, then click OK. But if Overlay Test Mode is not there, right-click in the empty area. Go to New. Select DWord 32-bit value. Name it exactly, Overlay Test Mode. Now double-click it and set the value to 5. Then click OK. MPO stands for Multiplane Overlay, and it is used by Windows for display composition. On some systems, especially with NVIDIA drivers, MPO can create strange visual and frame pacing problems, so disabling it can help make the display path more stable. This is not a magic FPS tweak, but it can fix those annoying smoothness issues where the FPS looks fine, but the game still feels uneven. After applying this registry tweak, restart your PC later so it can fully take effect. Now guys, open NVIDIA app. Go to Graphics, then open Global Settings. These settings will apply globally, so we're setting them carefully instead of randomly maxing everything out. Now set Low Latency Mode to Ultra. This reduces the render queue so your inputs can feel more direct. For competitive games, Ultra is usually the sharper option, but for very CPU-heavy games, like Forza Horizon 6, setting this to On can sometimes feel smoother because Ultra can push the CPU harder. Now set CUDA System Fallback Policy to Driver Default. This lets the NVIDIA driver handle fallback behavior automatically. For most users, Driver Default is the safest choice because forcing something here can create weird behavior without giving real gaming benefit. Set DSR factors to Off. DSR renders the game at a higher resolution and then downscales it. It can improve image quality, but on performance-focused settings, especially for FPS and smoothness, keep it off because it adds extra GPU load. Now set GPU app assignment to your main NVIDIA GPU. This makes sure apps and games use the correct, dedicated GPU. This is very important for laptops or systems with multiple GPUs because Windows can sometimes choose the wrong graphics processor. Set image scaling to Off. Image scaling is useful when you need more FPS by rendering at a lower resolution and sharpening the image, But for this setup, we're keeping it off because native resolution usually gives cleaner image quality and avoids extra sharpening artifacts. Set max frame rate to off. This prevents NVIDIA from forcing a global FPS cap on every game. FPS caps are better handled per game or with a proper frame limiter when needed, instead of forcing one global limit for everything. Set OpenGL GDI compatibility to auto. This lets the driver decide the best behavior for OpenGL and older GDI-related compatibility. For modern gaming, auto is the cleanest choice because forcing it usually doesn't help FPS. Set power management mode to prefer maximum performance. This tells the GPU to stay ready for performance when a 3D app is running. It can help reduce downclocking behavior and keep FPS more stable, especially in games that randomly drop GPU usage. Set RTX Dynamic Vibrance to off. Dynamic Vibrance can make colors pop more and improve visual punch. But for a clean performance setup, keep it off, and only use it later for personal preference when visibility or color style matters more than default image accuracy. Now, this next one is the main setting you should never skip: Shader Cache. Set Shader Cache to driver default. Driver default is the safest option because NVIDIA already manages shader cache size and behavior based on the driver and system. For most users, forcing random shader cache values is not necessary, and it can sometimes create more confusion than benefit. Now set Automatic Shader Compilation to on. This allows NVIDIA to compile shaders automatically so games can prepare shader data more smoothly. The goal is to reduce shader-related hitching and make gameplay more consistent after the cache is rebuilt. Under System Utilization, select Medium. Medium is a good balance because it allows shader compilation without pushing your system too hard in the background. Low can be too slow, and higher utilization can make the PC feel busy, especially on weaker CPUs. Now look at the upper right corner and click the three dots. You'll see two options: Compile Now and Clear Cache. Clear Cache removes old shader cache data from the NVIDIA app side. This is useful after driver updates, game updates, or when games start stuttering because of old shader data. Compile Now starts shader compilation manually. This is useful after clearing cache because it lets the driver rebuild shader data before you jump into a game. The best order is simple. First, clear the cache. Then use Compile Now. This gives you a fresh shader cache and helps reduce stutters after the first rebuild. And remember, after clearing shader cache, the first launch of a game can stutter a little because shaders are being rebuilt. That's normal. Don't judge the result from the first 30 seconds. Now set vertical sync to off. VSync can make screen tearing better, but it usually adds input delay. For competitive and FPS-focused gaming, keep it off unless you use a specific G-Sync or capped FPS setup. Set texture filtering negative LOD bias to clamp. Clamp helps reduce shimmering and crawling textures. This is better for image stability, especially when using performance-focused texture filtering. Set texture filtering quality to high performance. This prioritizes FPS and driver-side performance over maximum texture quality. For FPS boost videos, this is the setting that helps keep the GPU lighter without completely destroying visuals. Set texture filtering trilinear optimization to on. This improves texture filtering performance by optimizing trilinear filtering behavior. It's a small setting, but stacked with the others, it helps reduce unnecessary GPU workload. So after all these global settings, the NVIDIA driver is now set for lower latency, cleaner shader behavior, better performance mode, and lighter texture filtering. That's exactly what we want. Now guys, go to System inside NVIDIA App, then open Performance. Here, turn Automatic Tuning on. Automatic tuning lets NVIDIA safely scan your GPU and apply a stable tuning profile automatically. After it completes, your GPU should have a small automatic performance boost depending on your card, cooling, and power limit. Results will be different on every PC, but for a free built-in NVIDIA feature, it's worth enabling. Now restart your PC once. And that's it, guys. This is how you can optimize your NVIDIA settings. If this helped you, hit like, subscribe, and watch the playlist on screen for more real Windows and NVIDIA optimization guides.